What is up, guys? And today we are getting the motor off of the engine stand and getting the transmission bolted to it, and we're gonna do that right about now. We're taking it off the engine stand, putting it on the chain fall, and then putting it in this box that we made. So I took the trans down that was over there and the bell housing that was down there with it and bolted them together, as you can see. But we want to bolt the trans and the motor together and then drop it into the car. I still don't have the water pump or any of that on the front. Water pump, alternator, just because I don't really want to put delicate stuff on there and try to drop it into the car. But that is what we're doing today.
I'm trying to find a bolt that fits in here.
So we need to find bolts that fit into the motor, which he's currently trying to do, so that way we actually have a good way to lift it, because we don't really have anything on here to lift it.
Putting this balance bar. It lets you adjust the way the engine and transmission hang together at different angles while you're putting in a car without having some knucklehead have to get underneath the car and try and lift up the tail end of the transmission and stuff like that.
Dust them off. You want some of that, Dustin? Just got the motor off the stand. It's a free floating motor.
Alright, so we want to, while I lower this, we want to position that so that it catches these side rails up tight against the back face of the oil pan.
How tippy is it like that?
I mean, it's still dangling right now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, just down, don't we?
A little bit more. There you go.
We tried to make this little box thing, but it did not fit properly. We have to cut a notch in the box to fit that. We'll have to do one for the crank pulley down there as well. That way it actually fits in the box.
In the sitting box.
Yeah.
It's a setting box. All my ancestors used to use a setting box. Well, it's perfect. Remember a couple hours ago when I said I broke my G-Sun?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why my last start.
What did he say?
He said it's going to take a while, I think.
Alright, we'll be back in 20 minutes.
Make them watch all of this.
Yeah, baby, look at it go.
Did you get authentic sawdust on all of this?
I did.
Yeah.
So you said you were bored of using that saw?
Yeah, plug me in.
To the guy who said they wanted to also see the clamp collection, here's the clamp collection for you. Lots of clamps. They were what kind of clamps?
Jorgensen.
Jorgensen. You look a little dusty.
I might be a little dusty, I'm not sure.
Basically what we're trial fitting now is the input shaft and pilot bearing.
So this is a pilot bearing, and this goes into the counter bore, into the crankshaft, and then the journal of the transmission comes in through here. Goes in just like that. It's a pretty tight fit. So then the end part goes in right there. And I made it out of brass, but it fits really snug on there, really nicely. And then, you know, the counter board goes onto this. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna test fit it real quick.
So the transmission lines up on those two dowel pins?
Yeah.
And then, assuming it like snugs up flat to the face of the motor.
Shove it in. Right there. It's on. Try pushing it real quick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Put in one screw up in the top. Just grab one of those.
Here, you want this?
Alright, now let go, Justin. Yeah, it fits fine.
We're gonna leave it on like this for now, and I will see you guys when the clutch and flywheel gets here. So we need a rear main seal, and then clutch and flywheel, and then we can actually fully bolt it and put it together. But that's where it sits right now, and I'll see you guys when that stuff gets here. So what do you think of it so far, since we've got it bolted together?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think it's coming along. As you can see, he put the Valiant in here. He got it out of the carpet so we can put the Fox in the carpet. He's working on his engine bay now. We finally got the clutch and flywheel. We ordered a clutch kit and it didn't come with a flywheel, but now we got the clutch, flywheel, and everything that we need to finish up bolting the trans to the motor. So that's what we're doing today. And as you can see, space is very tight in here, so we're gonna flip this motor around so that way we can work on the trans, and we'll have it sticking out right here. Get this one bolt off to take the trans off. Oh God, it's a little heavier with the bell housing on it.
A little bit.
So what you doing?
A little grease on the pilot bushing.
Put some grease on the pilot bushing so that way. Oh yeah, you said you want to put some Loctite on it too? So that way it stays in there. Right here's the flywheel with a bolt kit. So now we're about to put the rear main seal in. Rear main seal goes right here.
Is it too low?
There we go.
Only because
So we had to modify this, which this holds the clutch disc.
just centers it up for
Centers it up, like he said. And then this will have the clutch disc on it and slide in there. Just sits in there, and then we'll slide it in. So as you see, we'll put it on. We'll pull this out once we bolt everything down. We got to put the pressure plate on it, as you can see. There's a little smaller holes on here. The dowel pins will go right onto to center that up. So we'll line it up with one of the dowel holes. Make sure it catches all of them. And now, you should be able to slide it on, just like that. And then now you put the bolts through and it lines that all up. And we have to go buy more bolts. So now we're bolting the trans to the motor.
another 12 bucks.
So we had to lift it up so I can get the last few bolts in there that I can't reach while it's on the ground. And it's all finally bolted up and done. What do you say? And we'll see you guys in the next episode when we put this in the barn over the carpet. Valiant doesn't have anything to say about it. See you guys later.